Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Lauren Likes to Rant About Things for your pleasure and enjoyment. This week we're going to be discussing whether I hate men. Stay tuned. Roll the thingy. So it is the age-old question, everybody. As a feminist, do I hate men? And to start off, I hate that I'm even validating this question with an answer, because it is very, very silly, which you will find out over the next few minutes. But I decided that I will give it some attention today to shut it down. So if anybody wants to ask you whether you hate men, you can apply these handy tricks and they can fly away. So to begin, you might wonder why a movement that is dedicated to freeing women and giving them equal rights, you might wonder why we're here still questioning whether those same women hate men. It's interesting, but then again, not so. It is no shocker that some men have managed to make the feminist movement still about them and whether they are liked, because, God forbid, men are not in power.
Sorry.
To be clear, this is not about you. This is not about you. This is about people, let's say. Why aren't we talking about the feelings of women or people discriminated against? Why are we still talking about men's feelings? Oh, I'm sorry. And furthermore, if your biggest fear is that women don't like you, I don't feel sorry for you. My biggest fear is very different. My biggest fear is that I will be murdered on my way home, which is kind of likely. So I don't really feel bad for the guys that are, you hate men. No, honey, no. Moreover, to be honest, if anyone wants to hate men, more power to you. Honestly, I'm kind of like, you do you. Because men have done really shit things. Like, I'm sorry, they have. And if someone wants to, if someone is so fucking pissed off with the world and they want to hate all men, you're free to do whatever you like. And as well, we have absolutely no idea what that person has been through or what has been done to them at the hands of men, personally. So, I'm kind of all about it. Obviously, if you are not like, you're not going around like murdering men or like doing like outrageous things. But if you just have this kind of animosity towards men, to be honest, I don't blame you. It's kind of like, I don't blame black people that hate white people. I don't. You're allowed. You're totally allowed. I don't hate gay people that hate straight people. Again, you're totally allowed. Like, these people have done some shit things to these minority groups. And I don't really care. I'm like, okay, you're dead right to not like these people. Go on and do your thing. And like, on that, it is so hard some days to not hate men. It is very hard. There are just days where you are just constantly being stared at by men on the street. You're being hissed at, you're being catcalled. You're in an elevator at work and there's a guy standing just a bit too fucking close when there is loads of room and you are just like, oh my god, let me breathe for a second. And it is so hard on those days. Or then all that happens and then you look at the news and you see that, you know, a guy has gone in and shot up a school in the US and you're like, what? Or you look at Donald Trump and you're like, what is going on here? Why are men allowed in power? Why do they do these things? And it is so hard. Just know that the majority of feminists probably try really, really hard not to hate men. And that is because, me personally, I just could not carry that negativity with me. That just wouldn't be nice. But also because we're constantly told, well, if you hate men, it won't get you anywhere, which is like totally true. It's not like, it's just not conducive to the end goal and what we want. Like totally. But it's like a cliche or this like running joke that feminists hate men, which like it even shouldn't be. It's just like, what? How is that a thing? But we're constantly trying to, like, me anyway, not live up to the negative stereotypes of feminism and like trying to be a good brand ambassador for feminism. And then it's just like, and then I catch myself because I'm like, Lauren, why are you wasting your energy trying to show that you like men, oh my god, when you could be applying that to actually solving something. Like, why have we still, and like, I'm a person who's like super feminist and like super aware, I would like to think, and I still catch myself doing that. Like, why would I not give that energy to something else? Like, why are we still talking about whether feminists hate men? It is just so counterproductive and so pointless. It doesn't actually, even whether the answer is yes or no, it doesn't help anything. Like, our end goal is to achieve equality, and like, I don't think the answer to that question really matters. It's like, okay, if someone comes up to you and they're like, do you hate men? And it's like, yeah. Like, what are you going to do with that? It's like, it's not like they're going to stop fighting for equality. They're not. They just happen to hate men. I mean, maybe that affects like not wanting to like work with men or whatever, but like, I'm sure most feminists would put that aside and try and come together, or they just won't work with men. They'll just work with fellow women and, you know, raising them up and, you know, empowering them. So yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of a rant, to be honest. What's new? What's new? And I think as well, like, one point I want to make, which like has been made so many times, but apparently it still needs to be said, that, you know, when, you know, a woman or, you know, someone is online and they're saying, oh my god, men did this today and men are shit, and then someone comes back with hashtag not all men. Not all men do this. Not all men. And it's like, I hear you, I do. It is not nice to be generalized, I hear you. But you are helping no one. You are helping no one. That is not helpful. Like, logically, someone would know that not all men. Like, surely there has to be one man out there who has never creeped on a woman, who has never sexually harassed a woman or sexually assaulted a woman or done anything sexist to a woman. Sure, there has to be maybe at least one. I'm not sure personally, but maybe there is. But by saying that not all men do something, it is completely ignoring that, yes, all women have experienced this. Every single woman has experienced catcalling, some form of sexual assault, whether that's just, you know, not just, like, here I am, whether it's, you know, your ass being grabbed in a club and everyone thinking that's okay when it's so not, or, you know, something more severe, whether it's just been a case of your male co-worker got promoted over you when you're, like, basically the same, or you're better. Like, you know, every woman has experienced something, and so instead of focusing on, like, well, not all men, focus on the fact that, yes, all women have experienced some kind of something from someone. And with that, I think that's a lot better use of our time, and that would be a lot better. It's almost like this is like the first bad bit of press men are getting, and they're like, oh, but not all of us, not all of us. And I get it, you want to like stand up for your kind, and you want to maybe make a good rep, and maybe it's coming from a good place, I don't know, but it's counterproductive and helps no one. So if you hear a woman just on a bit of a rant, she's probably having a shit day, and there's probably been a lot of men involved in that day, and she just wants to tweet, and it is not helpful when we're like, but not all men do that. She knows that. She knows that. She just needs to say her bit. And it would be great if we could all acknowledge that she's probably had a shit day, and there's been a lot of men involved in that day, and she's just having a moment. And it would be great if we could take that message in and say, okay, what are we going to do about this? Instead of shouting, not all men, we say, okay, right, yes, all women have experienced this. What am I going to do about it? How can I help? How can I help? And there are loads of things you can do. So get involved. To end this lovely sarcastic rant, which I don't think suits me, a friend of mine a few months ago, actually on International Women's Day, shared a kind of a story, and I thought it was phenomenal, and I'm going to share it with you all today because I'm good like that. It's basically a story of how you're in your house, you're just, you know, working away, doing your bits, and it's a nice sunny day, so the door is open. And all of a sudden, you find out that there are 1,000 snakes coming towards your house. And out of those 1,000 snakes, you know that 100 of them are good. So you're kind of like, oh God, like, should I leave the door open and hope that the 100 good ones come in? Or will I just have to shut the door and, you know, take the chance? Like, I can't let 900 bad snakes into my house. And I feel sorry for the good ones. I'm going to have to leave them outside. What do? You close the damn door. You close that door shut. You're like, woo, here we go. And you're like, you're waving to the good snakes and you're like, I'm sorry, what, I can't, what do you want from me? You're with 900 bad snakes. I can't let them in. And this, my friends, is a lovely metaphor for any woman who is like, no, I'm just shunning all men. I don't mind. She is afraid that some bad ones are gonna get in, and I don't blame her. So I fucking love that metaphor, and I think we should all apply it to all our lives. And don't take it personally. Just be like, yeah, there are some shit ones out there. I'm personally not one, I think, but there are some shit ones. So if she needs to not be involved with those, and maybe the group as a whole, then so be it. So I'm gonna leave you with that today. Somehow these videos always end up being just so long. I never know how that happens because I start off with like one sentence to say and then this just happens. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video today. It's just something that's gotta be said. Don't forget to like my page and the video if you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. If you have thoughts, would love to get involved. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!